You've come to Boston in 1776 to celebrate the holidays. You're not sure which ones though, and for good reason. Because holidays in town are a bit different than they are in the rest of America. So different, in fact, that Christmas was once banned. Holidays in revolutionary Boston have been completely upended by the War of Independence. No longer are royal festivals or the birthdays of the king and queen the center of attention. In fact, they're widely condemned. Instead, Bostonians have come to celebrate the events that marked the end of the British occupation, like Bunker Hill Day, in honor of those who fought in that battle, and Evacuation Day, to toast the removal of the king's soldiers from town. Moreover, many people celebrate the anniversaries of the Stamp Act riots and the destruction of the tea, the most consequential civic actions that led to the revolution, and they honor the fallen at the anniversary of the massacre on March 5th. You can also join with the locals at militia parades on Training Day and the installation of representatives to the General Court on Election Day. But when it comes to religious holidays, Boston is quite different than what you might be used to. In fact, there's a strong holdover from the Puritan era of the 17th century. Just as then, fast days are held after terrible events or calamities like earthquakes, and they're very somber affairs, with people asking the Lord for forgiveness from their sins. And Thanksgiving isn't a massive gut-stuffing feast, but is instead another solemn event, often at harvest time, in which ministers praise God for His bounty, and the locals enjoy a communal meal. Apart from these events, though, what's really striking is what you won't be celebrating. Simply put, the majority of Bostonians do not publicly recognize holidays like Easter and Epiphany, as they believe them to be vestiges of the Catholic faith. A local minister might offer a sermon about them, but you won't see events or community gatherings or an official acknowledgement of the holiday. And this is especially true of Christmas. In our next episode, we'll learn how this hugely popular holiday was once banned in Boston and examine the reasons for it, from anti-Catholic paranoia to legitimate fears over holiday revelers invading people's homes. Until then, check out my book, Boston 1776, A Rogue Tour of Revolution City, for the full rundown of events and holidays, or you can subscribe to the newsletter on my website. And if you liked this video, repost and tell others about it, because Boston in 1776 occupies a unique place in American life and history, and it proves that there's no other place like it, then or now.